Hey everybody, today on the first 10 minutes, I'm going to explore the answer to everyone's favorite question, which is, how does one kill a Teemo? Hi everybody, and welcome. This is Nogbin. Anyway, so this is part of the series of the first 10 minutes where I'm analyzing the first 10 minutes of my gameplay, seeing where I can improve. Now I have been practicing last hitting a lot, so I was very obsessed with last hitting in this, and although I did well, I did outlast hit my lane opponent, who was Teemo. I could still do better, quite a bit better. I missed quite a few. But so let's kind of get into it here. So I'm actually running full mana regeneration runes, and the strategy I have with it that I'm exploring is the ability for me to continuously poke, because Xerath has a really good range. As you can see, I'm doing pretty well. I'm actually conserving my mana a little too much. I should actually be poking Teemo even more. But even now, at 3 minutes, Teemo is now out of sustain. He has used up all of his health potions, and he's not going back to shop. And so we'll speed it up here a little bit. We're basically farming. I'm poking. Missing a lot of my poke there, but still trying to harass. And I go back and buy. Now I can really poke. So Teemo still has not gone back to buy. All right. And so he's in a situation where I've gone back to buy. I can now poke forever. I can just keep going because I have the Grail, or what is it? The Chalice of Harmony, which is regenerating my mana, and it's accentuating the effect of my mana regeneration runes. So my current mana regeneration, when I'm at near full, where do we have it here, is about 6 mana per second, which means that when I am actually depleted of mana, I'm regenerating about 12 mana per second. Well, my main poke spell only costs 75 mana, and when it's at its max, it only costs 85. So at 85 mana, so that basically means I can shoot it basically every 8 seconds. So I could basically poke and harass forever, which is what the strategy was. Look at how high my mana is. I actually was not doing it that well. Situation here where Elise was caught out. Let's back up just a little bit though. So if we go to first thing that I realized, so this is very soon I'm going to have Elise come by and gank me. Now she's coming from our jungle here. She's coming through here, so she misses the ward. But what happens is I actually start retreating because Teemo goes aggro, and I was actually fleeing from Teemo. However, I flashed. So the question is, did I need to flash? And if we look back at it, let's slow it down so we can get to the actual moment here. Okay, so Teemo's going aggro, and I'm actually just trying to get away from Teemo. The thing is, I was afraid of Elisa's stun, but Elisa's stun is going to hit a minion, so I actually shouldn't have flashed. I should have just zigzagged into the minion line here, and then I wouldn't have needed to flash at all. So I did escape, but it was a little bit of a spazzy flash, not so good. So let's pick it up a little bit here. So Elise basically is going to get caught out, and then I miss skill shots on her, but we do still get her. So see Elise here. I was ready for her to escape, and then I missed, I think, just about every skill shot. Finally tagged her with one, so not so good. But we did get her, and it's okay that the kill went on to our AD carry. That's totally fine. So anyway, so here we go. We're about to the interesting question of how to kill Teemo. Because we're just, it's harass. We're basically just kind of fighting in lane here. And I'm kind of hitting him. I'm hitting him with my long poke. Now, I don't want to get too close to Teemo because he does hurt. But I'm just, I'm trying to harass him with a long poke. And then, bam, right there. So Teemo is really, really hurt. So the question is now, can I kill him? Or how can I kill him? Now, I didn't think that at the time. Because at the time, I was still very, very focused on last hitting. Which is okay because I was basically really, really practicing my last hitting. But it's a very, very good question. So we'll just take Teemo as he is right now. Teemo as he is right now has well, he has not very many. He's really low. He's 200 hit points. And he has 30 magic resist. So let's take a look here at the math of Xerath. Okay, so I have leveled up Locus of Power to level 2. So Locus of Power gives me much higher range. It's how I poked Teemo down from that incredible range before. But it's on cooldown right now. And its cooldown is still pretty long, so I can't actually use it. There's a small window of time that if I decide to wait for it, I might lose an opportunity. So the question is, should I wait for it? The other spells I do is Xerath's main spoke spell is Arcanopulse. I leveled up first. Mage Chains, I level up 1, but I don't level up. I use it as a stun. And then Arcane Barrage is basically his ultimate, which I do currently have. And the ultimate you can cast 3 times in a row. So Teemo has, now the first time I did this calculation, Teemo actually had almost 400 health. But let's say he's between 200 and 400 health. So what would I need to do to kill him? Now, if Locus of Power is on him, then he has less magic resist. Okay. But as we can see, and Teemo can speed away from things, so it's pretty hard to hit him with everything. Mage Change is a pretty short range, so he probably won't be in range from Mage Change. Now, Mage Change the range is improved with Locus of Power, but again, Locus of Power is on cooldown. So what I find here is that, let's say I don't hit him with all my Arcanopulses. I hit him with 1 or 2. Let's see if we hit him with 1. So if he does stay about 200 health, and you can see the amount of difference from the magic resist is actually not that much right now. So the Locus of Power isn't really needed for the magic resistance debuff, but it is very useful for the range, but I don't have it. So if he's at 200 health, I only need to hit him with 1 ultimate and 1 Arcanopulse. And Arcanopulse has a pretty good range. Alternatively, I could hit him with 2 ultimates and miss the Arcanopulse. But the ultimate is can be a little bit harder to hit. And of course, if I hit him with a few, then it's enough. So I think what I should have done here at this time, even though I was very focused on farming, is I actually should have gone in with the intent of landing at least 1 ultimate and 1 of my Q skill shots, the Arcanopulse on him to kill him, but I didn't. I was so focused on farming, and ironically, because of the great range increase from Locus of Powers, I poked him from so far away that he felt very far away. But he was still going to farm under his tower, and he had not gone back to buy. So it would have been a really good time for me to go in and hit him with a couple ultimates. Now we see here, so Teemo is under his tower. Elise does come from behind. She actually is about to come out of the fog of war. But that's still okay. Like, I still think there would have been a really good opportunity there. I would just have to run in and hit him a few times. And then get out of there and just take my chances with Elise. I mean, as it happens, the Elise was not super good. So, like, she even missed me coming out of here and I got away. But, you know, I might have died, but still not a bad idea for me to go under. Anyway, so that is the first 10 minutes of this game. So I did learn that definitely the core strategy that I was doing with poking down Teemo was very good from a distance. And I just have to realize that when he's about half health, it might be best to poke him without using the Locus of Power, so that when he gets wounded, I could then finish him off with the extended range from the Locus of Power, which is something that I didn't think of. I was not thinking about setting up a kill. I was just thinking about farming. But obviously, it is a good idea to always be thinking about setting up a kill. And as it happens in this game, I was pretty happy of how I played. I did outfarm Teemo, so I was really kind of hurting him in lane. We were really actually kind of losing on all fronts except for my lane, and I wasn't winning by that much. Top, unfortunately, kind of spun out of control, and their Vi became a real monster. She's kind of been beaten up on Pantheon, and although the game looks close right now, she was really actually working them pretty bad. So anyway, so that was this first 10 minutes, doing a little math on killing Teemo, which is always fun. because killing Teemo is always a pleasure. And I hope you all found it educational, and I hope the way they do the math, I hope that helps you analyze some of your own characters. Until next time. Oh, and if you like the video, please subscribe. Please follow. Please give it a like.